Howdy. Howdy ho. You guys, VOD listeners are gonna get the beautiful nose blow into microphone. That's for you. That's what you get for being late. I'm not even sick. I don't think I'm sick. I think I got allergies, so I'm all fucked up. Cause it'd be that time of year. Yeah. So we're live. We're chilling. On the server. Let's go. And I understand Mondays are kind of a shit ass day to be streaming, but it is what we gotta do. That's what we gotta do. It's the only. I don't get Saturdays and Sundays off work, so I can't stream those days. And also, I would want to do something that day anyways. Fucked. Boy, we've got some things to do, so let's get doing them. And so for the first half of this stream, we'll be using the voice chat mod, just so you are aware. We're gonna be like, yo, proximity chat. I believe, no group, so that's good. And then when you walk close to me, I'll be able to hear you with the proximity chat. So that'll be kind of that'll sound sick. Road and Random says, "Hey, what's up? What's going on? What's going on?" I'm gonna actually copy and paste the IP into the chat. So this, sorry, wrong channel. Damn, I knew it was Road Red. I fucking knew it, dude. In message, I knew it. Cause I was just like that, man. How's it going? We got a beautiful mining setup here. If I recall correctly, yeah, that was the one we didn't mine in the plus shape to the end. Because we got to go till we get diamonds, because we're diamond farming right now. Good, can't log on, but good. That's all right. Yeah, that's how it's exciting to hear, man. That you're doing good. Oh yeah. I've got I'm glad the 2B video has been doing well. I haven't had like a video properly take off in a hot minute. Too bad, we're gonna lose Fortune 3, and then we'll have to truly upgrade all our shit. Actually do real vanilla Minecraft gameplay. You know what? I've missed strip mining, like, genuinely. Oh yeah, we're supposed to go until we see diamonds, then we mine our way back, so. If I recall correctly, we never found diamonds, and we just ran out of time, so we're gonna keep going. Yeah. Yeah, Mondays turns out to be a bit of a busy day for me. Got a dinner to go to soon. Going to Discord to get those streams early, baby. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I respect the hustle, man. I respect the grind. I'm glad you're on. Yeah. So yeah, what I'm thinking is we get a stack of diamonds at the end of the stream. I'll be happy. If we can pull that off, that is. Right, yeah, we didn't. That never. Oh, I hear lava. The beauty of old Minecraft. Ah, man, you can't do this in modern versions, man. They got rid of it. They patched it. It is funny how, if you think about it, strip mining is like sort of an exploit. Pretty funny. That's an exploit. Like, come on. Just mining the diamonds, dude. Mining the diamonds. But, yeah, now it's harder to strip mine these days. Looking for some. Oh yeah. Yep. Oh, there's already a torch over there. That's crazy. Who's been here before me? Just how it be, baby. The heck? Oh, crazy. I don't know why I'm like intentionally just losing my path in the mind, but I am going to go back now. Fuck. This is what happens when we don't get gifted tools and shit anymore. I have to start thinking about the future. At least this mending doesn't exist. Hello Sigma, is this Minecraft? Yes, it is Minecraft. Welcome Critic Ape. You can play the server, by the way. The IP in the description. It's also top pin comment. Nope, that is not. I may be lost. I may be lost in the cave. Never mind, I'm not. We're just doing some simple strip mining till we find a stack of diamonds by the end of the stream. That's our goal. Beautiful diamonds, a whole stack of them. And by then we'll have like quite a few tools, and I think we'll be set as far as utilities go for quite some time. And we can build we can finish up building that spawn road. For now, we got old reliable here. Bruh. Any of you guys watch the newest video on the channel? What do you guys think of it? I think it's like it's sort of a recycle clip because I was like, what am I gonna upload this week? And I had several I did a video with Z-Man where we played on the server. That was gonna be the next video that got posted. The next one was actually gonna be I made a Minecraft server for a bunch of YouTubers I know to do stuff on, but the video is so incredibly mid, I decided not to post it. And then I was like moving on to the next thing, and the next thing was that Z-Man video, and then Z-Man the dupe on pay to win doesn't. Z-Man he does, yeah, but we were just touring it as like a thing because he's been doing a couple of tour videos, and it was just also mid, and he was like, I'm not gonna post it on my channel, but I'm like, I can put the time in to make this slightly not mid, and then I realized I recorded the whole thing with my microphone muted. I was just like, fucking kill me now. So it's only Z-Man talking to himself, and I'm like, I'm not gonna make Z-Man talk to himself for like 10 minutes on. Oh, that is a pain. Yeah, I know. And I was like, I'm not gonna have a video where Z-Man just talks to himself put on my main channel, but then I realized that would make a really good video for the Antarctica Clips channel, so I suggest you check that out because it'll be on there eventually. But that's only after I catch up on what I've already downloaded VODs wise. But after that, did you see Z-Man's content lawyer? Yeah, I did. I just checked it. I skimmed it a little bit. I think that's pretty sick, dude. I love that he's doing like content cop like things, but for Minecraft people, it's pretty sick. Or Unturned. I didn't know you had a secret second channel. It's not really a secret. It's for this Minecraft server, and it only posts live streams clips of this Minecraft server. So if you go there, I'll eventually. It's not like the highest level like editing stuff. Because it is like, and it's supposed to be like a casual thing for like bringing more awareness. And now, bro, it's secret. Yeah, it's basically secret. I haven't really advertised it very extremely because I wanted to have its like audience that comes for Minecraft stuff, not for well, I mean that's what my like people who are here separate from my own YouTube channel because it's like the consistent exposure of the server to other people via the stream highlights. That's what the idea of it is, and yeah, it's going all right. I made like a bunch of clips, and then recently we just caught up on weekly clips, and now it's like I'm making them like week to week. But it's like I gotta start catching up, making more of those clips. But I'm busy with the main channel right now. Anyhow, the Z-Man thing, well, it'll probably be called Z-Man Talks to Himself for 10 minutes or something like that. And, or maybe multiple minutes, I don't know. I'll see how long it gets done. That'll be kind of funny. But then I was like, we're making a 2B2T video where I rediscovered it because I forgot I'd recorded that. And what happened was halfway through that recording, I realized I was leaking the coordinates with like some exploit thing. Then but then the base got griefed, so I was able to post the tour after the fact anyways. So that was pretty hype. So yeah, that was pretty sick. I figured, ooh, cave noise. Yeah, and it did well. It's like super successful for its first day, but I don't think long term it's gonna outperform any of the other videos I've done. But it's all right. I've got another one. Next video is gonna be Mine Z. Yeah, anything on 2BTT will get griefed. Yeah, exactly. And that one was actually surprisingly close to spawn too, so it was inevitable. Inevitable. Or gold. Nice thing is you can make golden apples in this version, so if somebody wants to farm that shit, they can actually do it. And it's like I need to make more 2B videos. That's what I need to do. But next one will be on Mine Z. I did a live stream with the YouTuber Mines. He was also an old 2B YouTuber actually. And he's also, yo, diamonds, let's fucking go, man. Alright, hell yeah. We did it. Yes, we did. Diamonds Poggers, fucking the best. Is this not the best stream you've ever watched in your entire life? I think it is. Because who else finds, there's only 2 diamonds though. That's great, we're closer to a whole stack of diamonds. Alright, now we do the strat that I've been doing, which is this. Yeah, it's pretty good. Apparently I don't own Java. Shit. Well, once this server's on a newer version of the game, I will make it Bedrock compatible, so that's something to look forward to. But I don't think I'm gonna leave 1.8.8 for a while, just because I might even be a Bedrock compatible before that. Actually, I don't know. But I just don't want to. Simple as is. All right. I don't even like redstone, but it might be a good building block, actually. There we go. Need to get more food soon. But yeah. This is the same server that you started where you go through each version of Minecraft? Yes. But we've been skipping versions of the game because I didn't want to go immediately back to the same formula because it's too much work. to update the server 1-to-1, but I started this in 2017, and it's like decently popular, so I should be mining these. So I would recommend you check it out at some point. But yeah, once we hit a version that's a little higher up, it will have once I figure it out, I will put it Bedrock compatible so Bedrock can play it. Yeah, but just refining that footage of the base tour on my thing was like a nice dub, because I was like, oh yeah, I should make that into a video, and then I think the video ended up being pretty decent when I thought it was completely destroyed because I couldn't post half of it. Is this Pokemon Go? How do you know? You're not supposed to know that it's Pokemon Go. I thought I was hiding it pretty well. I've been emulating this in Pokemon Go this whole entire time. The heck was that? Alright, I need to empty my inventory. Oh well. I should probably like label each one. Can you play Pokemon Go in Minecraft? You probably could. You can play Pokemon Red, like the original Red game, in Minecraft. That might be a video, I should do that. Eating Pokemon Red in Minecraft. That would be kind of hype. But it's just, they just got the whole game in there, you can play it. It's pretty dope. Why did I do that? Don't do that. What do I want my FPS to be? I forgot that this is VSync is off. If I turn it back on, probably decent. FPS, but there's got to be like options, video settings. Wasn't there like? Oh, there it is. I want to turn VSync off, and 120 is my max frame rate. That's that's a respectable. No, actually, options, video settings. I like 70 because it's not 60. And yeah, 70. I think I'll sit with 70. Yeah, I've actually got an idea for a series I've been wanting to do for a while now, actually. All right, if we got Minecraft to run Crisis, all right, what if we got Minecraft to run Crisis, dude? I swear I saw a fucking meme about that. Mini compact AC, by the way. I remember I just randomly checked out your channel recently, and you have that like Bed Wars, like relaxing Bed Wars ASMR. That's a pretty funny video. And also long time no see. How's it been going? I'm gonna open up VC in a few minutes, so you should stick around for that. Pretty good. I'm glad to hear that. You should hop on the server. Do you still play Minecraft? It's been like, actually, it's not even been like a little bit. It's been a while, like a long time. Can't remember how long it was. It was like back when I was streaming on SimPvP. I feel like was when. Those were the days, man. Those were the like the heights of my streams. I feel like was making the Bedrock Pyramid on Sim. I was like the most consistent streak of streaming I've had in a while. We're back at it now that I got Mondays off. I'm in a Counter-Strike game right now, but after I'm down. All right, hype. Well, that's probably gonna be like roughly like 15 minutes. Is when I'll open up the VC, so that should be probably good. Oh shit! The diamonds. Fuck. What the hell? Oh. Oh my god. Oh. Oh, it's terrible. Sir, that is coal. You're actually totally right, dude. I'm fucking retarded. Hold up. We should mine it for the XP at least. I need levels to enchant, because I'm gonna need to get another mending 3 or whatever the hell. Oh no, I remember. We used to play. It was after Sim, but maybe also during. But we used to play this one server that was like a grind like where you would like run around. It was like one of those servers that's hosted on a Minecraft server. So you get like, I forget fucking what it was called. But it was like a PvP one, and we just got really into it for no reason. It was like the regenerating ores, man. I fucking forgot about that. You can never have enough coal. You guess what coal turns into later? Turns into diamonds, dude. Turns into diamonds. It's pretty crazy. It's a little more pressure. It turns into diamonds. Yeah, let's just get another stack of this in here. Why is your armor stacked, hacker? Yeah, so this was given to me by a viewer on the server because he managed to glitch in some stacked helmets and gear. So I thought that was pretty sick. And he was like, here, you wear it. He also had a stacked Founder's Pickaxe, but then it got destroyed on impact, sadly, so. No more stacked iron pickaxes anywhere. Or diamond pick. But, yeah, there's stacked armor in the game somewhere. You go looking. Like, we got some pretty cool illegals. I got Bedrock, too. Didn't even hack that in, either. This is your server, the Virgin changes every once in a while? Yes, sir. But it's an anarchy server. It's like, I have two. I have another one. That's not anarchy, but That one's kind of on the down low right now as I decide what I'm gonna do with it. I think I'm gonna make it my podcast my podcast Minecraft server. Because every once in a while I'll have a YouTuber come on. I tried having them like on this server, but I've decided the other server might be better. Ooh. Suspicious random cave noise. Let's go. Cave noises are cool. Yeah, but we made it so compatible to 1.20. Did Minecraft Online fix their lag yet? They actually did a bit. It's still bad, but it's not like as bad as it used to be. To the point where I might make a video on Minecraft Online actually. Like I think blocks don't lag back as much as they used to, something like that, because they did upgrade their hardware. So that's like cool to hear. Because it's like this server runs better. Diamonds again. Let's fucking go. Yes. Oh. Another set. 32. We're getting close. Diamonds. Oh my gosh. Oh my golly gee. Alright, so we're gonna just drop a couple stacks of cobble. This is where you get all your building materials for anyways. Alright. We're gonna put that here. You know what? We're gonna call this, so this is just anything that's not cobblestone is gonna go in there. This will be cobblestone. Okay, well, whatever. Not do that in this version. Do. Do a little bit of inventory management. And let's back. Oh shit! Nobody took them. I thought somebody would have taken them. You know what? We should make more. More of these. Because like I don't see the point in. Alright, okay. What I wanted was this to be like here and then here. What's the point of fuck. Everything, we should just have 1,000 furnaces everywhere. That's my hot take. Okay, so dirt and none of these. I think redstone for a building might be useful, but not for anything else really. And that's all the stone. Let me make another. Make this. Oh shit. Well, let's 48. Go, another diamond. We have a proximity voice chat on the server as well. That's interesting at all. Why do I have 2 fucking flint and steels, dude? Why? 2. Yeah. Yeah, let's go. Oh, maybe an E-chest here as well. Probably a good placement for an E-chest. An E-chest right here. Hell yeah. Why do I need to carry bedrock in my inventory all the time? I don't. 1 stacked leggings. Yeah, we'll just put these diamonds over here. We'll probably find diamonds. I don't need that stack of iron. I don't need any iron in my inventory at all right. I'll just smelt some more. Alright, that's looking cleaner. Do I even need bedrock? Let's be real. I don't need bedrock in my inventory. Blah blah. should place it. Bane of Arthropods is gonna die. This sword's gonna fucking bust soon. I'm gonna bust soon. I'm just kidding. I don't need water right now. I'm good. 30 levels. Let's go. All right, we're gonna do the top layer. Hope we uncover more diamonds. 7-Eleven Slurpees hit so different. They, you know, they do. I got addicted to them for a little while, but then now I think I may have drank too many or something because they make me physically ill. My stomach like hurts if I drink them after a while. Well, they did before too, but I still drank them. But now I've like I hit that self-control button. Good thing I don't live next to a gas station. I might relapse. I remember I got the craving for ice cream like so bad recently. Like I gotta get some. I don't even know what it was. Like, maybe you're getting poisoned by 7-Eleven because you're a famous YouTuber and they want your channel. Yeah, I'm so famous. My 2,000 subscriber famous YouTube channel. Yeah, maybe that's what it is. You're right. Yeah, I gotta let schizophrenia take over like that more often. Just, I'm the center of the world, dude. That's me. Because that's the thing about, like, that's my hot take about, like, mental illness. Or, like, disorders like that. It's like, they all stem from a certain kind of narcissism. Like, all disorders are narcissism-based. Like, depression, it's like, oh, I can't do anything. And it's like, why? And it's like, because I don't feel like it. You know, it's like, that's because it's like a you problem. It's like, it's like, okay, fucking go do something. I don't care, go do something. Why are you letting yourself get in the way of everything? And then you're like, you're getting anxiety disorder. It's like, oh, well, I can't go outside. And it's like, why? Like, because I don't feel like it. It makes me scary, you know? It makes me scared. And it's like, okay, you gotta go outside though. You gotta get over that. And there's like schizophrenia, and it's like the government's trying to kill me, and you're like, why? And it's like, because I'm worth, the government hates me. It's like, why? What did you do? Fucking, I don't know, nothing. Like the government, they like, did they want to kill me, man? I bought a Starbucks cup. They poisoned the cup. They're trying to kill me. They're like, why? It's like, you know, because I'm that important for some reason. They just want your money. They also don't care. Yeah, exactly. It's like, if you're, it's like you can be schizophrenic, I feel like, but you can't. But it's only disruptive if you give a shit if the government is fucking. If you actually, you have to believe the government cares about you, or like that there's like some shadowy cabal of people gang stalking you, you know? Because it's like there isn't, and why? Because you're not a fucking politician. You're not important, you know. At least that's how I view it. Because, like, for me, I think of myself. I'm like, okay, I make videos online. Sure, there might be one person who's, like, stalking me, okay? But that's one person, and I would know immediately. Like, or not immediately, but, like, there would be signs, and it wouldn't be like, I got a cup of coffee and somebody looked at me funny, and, like, that's the stalker. It would be like, I probably just get, like, a random message, and they're like, I know everything about you. And I'm like, okay, cool. But it's like, beyond that case, like, I'm not even that important, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not important. I'll probably never be important enough to assassinate. Like, nobody's gonna care that much, right? And if I am doing something that would be, like, assassination worthy, I would know what I would be doing. Like, if I think down, like, what have I done that would get someone to want to really poison me or kill me or stalk me even. Like, I don't think I've done anything worth doing that, you know? But it's like, there's people, you know, like presidents, whatever, people with influence where it makes sense, people with money where it makes sense, people with, like, insane amounts of fame where at least the stalking makes sense. But, like, the rest of it, not really. I don't really see like that, you know? So it's like, that's where I'm like, I feel like a lot of these things where if there's like a problem in your mind, it's like you think you're so important that you have a problem, you know what I mean? Or, you know, you think you're so important that these come from. Like, I don't know. I had like a pretty bad anxiety when I was younger, and I still have it actually. But it's like, I know, like, in my mind that like this shit doesn't matter. So I don't need to, I shouldn't worry. And if I'm worrying, it's literally a me problem, and it's like, then it like comes down to like, if I'm gonna let my issue bother other people, it's like, that's a choice on my end, because I want it to bother other people. Yeah, you're so Sigma for that. You know, thank you. I am so Sigma. Aren't I so awesome and like epic and loner? I know them thinking the government's trying to poison them and fearing the outdoors versus me knowing that nobody gives enough of a shit about me to kill me, and it doesn't matter. Nothing matters. Me knowing nothing matters. I can go outside. Them unable to get out of bed in the morning due to the unrelenting expectations of reality and monumentous number of chores and things they have to do. Me getting out of the bed in the morning knowing nothing matters. That's positive nihilism. All right, that's what nihilism is for, dude. You have to go, it doesn't fucking matter, and you go do something. You go enjoy yourself. You know, you're at work, you're having a bad day, you're like, it doesn't matter, and then you just feel better instantly. In the grand scheme of days, it's one bad day out of a million bad days you're gonna have. You know, it doesn't matter. Yeah, it's kind of a comforting realization. Lol. Yeah. All right, we've hit half hour of the stream. I will now be entering the VC. But I noticed Mini Compact AC is in the voice chat for the Cool People Only Discord server, but I actually in the voice chat for the Anarctica Discord server, which is linked in the description of the stream, because I'm trying to get people to play on the server, so they got to join the Discord. So I'll be in that VC as of right now. And I'm also going to disconnect from this Minecraft because it's cringe and not compatible. It's like 1.8 is the ideal version to play this server on. So I am here in this one. 1.89 is, you can connect that. So based. Oh yeah. You know it, man. Know it. But yeah, if you want to be in VC, I join VC. I'm in VC, and I'm chilling like a villain in VC. Oh shit. Okay. Get that Quake. I used to play in Quake Pro like constantly, but not anymore, man. Quake Pro is. What options? Video settings. Yeah, there we go. Oh, hell yeah. Why is it so bright all of a sudden? I don't actually know. It might be glitched. Oh, never mind. Nerd, what's up? How's it going? Just Rez, how you doing? How's it going, gamer? I'm in VC on the Antarctica Discord if you want to hop in, if anybody wants to. For the chit-chatting or whatever. I'll be there. Yeah, I'm excited to get to work on the next video. I just haven't had time to because I got a bunch of other videos I've been working on and go through. But quality vibes. It's like one of those things where it's like, I know now that I'm on this weekly schedule, it's like I know procrastinating is like I don't even have the time, you know. These videos are this one in particular, I feel like it's just gonna take extra long. It's a bit of a grind because it's 4 hours of recording. Like the last video, which was 9 minutes long, was a like hour-long recording, maybe like 50-minute recording. What are femboy farms? Are they cultivating femboys somewhere? Hey yo, I remember there was we had like a femboy farm meme for a little bit. Back when I was streaming like a year or two ago. Are you referencing that, or are you just are you just a completely some other way avenue discovered the combination of words femboy and farms? Yeah, I think so. Oh, so you're referencing that old meme? Hell yeah. OG viewer right there. Hello. What's up, Ender Boss? I will watch your review. Yeah, they're cultivating them in Poland. I will watch Enderboss. I will watch your review of the Minecraft movie eventually. Okay, but I need to like what do you call it? I have to like calm down before I can do that. I have to spend like 1 full week where I don't think about the Minecraft movie, and then I'll be able to re-engage with the discourse. But right now, right now I have to put a pause on it. He just hit 10,000 subs. What's up? Yo, let's go. Is it a hit? Is your new video a hit? I'm guessing that's the reason. You got pushed over the brink. Let's go. They're fanboy farms in Poland. Minecraft movie was so good. No, stop. No Minecraft movie discourse in the Discord, in the fucking no chatting. Also, mini compact AC. Swap to the Antarctica Discord. I'm in the VC there. It's in the description of the stream. You can go to it. Have you created a gold farm? Considering this is the last version, you can craft god apples. Not yet. But I'm also just assuming someone's gonna figure out a dupe for god apples, and then I don't have to worry about it. But I could just also, because I don't know if this server can handle one, and maybe that should be like a community gold farm. That might be a fun actually project, you know. 10k subs. You should give each one $1. That's a great idea. Thanks, man. Not really a review, more kind of my ideas on what I think it did well. I gotcha. That's good. Yeah. So what about the Minecraft movies? Shush. Yeah. If all 10k subs should each give you $1. That's what a Patreon is for. You get a Patreon, and then it's like for every 1,000 subs you get like one Patreon subscriber, supporter, patron. You get one patron, and then it's hype. It's awesome. It's actually crazy because my Patreon makes me more money than the AdSense on this YouTube channel does a month. I would love to join in VC, but Probot doesn't want to verify me. Is it fucking why? I'll just give you the rank. Don't worry about it, man. What is there like a reason it's not working? I thought you just had to hit a verification notification. That's so fucking stupid, man. Is it broken? Is that what? Whatever. I'll go roles. User, you're now in the. You can now join VC. Yo, what's up? Oh shit! 1 second. Pause. Don't talk. Don't say anything. I can't hear you. How about now?
Hello.
I can hear you. Let's go.
Nice.
Hell yeah. How's it going?
Pretty good.
Pretty good. Chilling. I got like I might sound a little like tired or sick or something, but I think I'm like allergic to the pollen in the air right now. It's just causing me an untold amount of awful feelings, but besides that, I'm good. Interaction failed.
Now,
weird.
Rez, get in this VC.
Yeah, Rez gotta get in the VC now. You gotta fucking join. Underboss says, I don't think it's a perfect movie, don't get me wrong, but I think if you were expecting The Godfather, then your expectations were wrong. Look, I agree, but I wasn't expecting The Godfather. I was expecting a dog shit movie, and I got an even worse. Like, it was like I was expecting it to be at least fun bad, and I didn't have enough fun for it to be worth it.
I think it was fun bad, personally.
I
mean, Jack Black and Jason Momoa, like, their characters were great. I really enjoyed it both thoroughly. I think all the other characters weren't amazing.
Yeah, dude, the black lady in the movie just being there. I think that was the best joke of the movie. I think that was the best joke in the movie.
The sister was also very annoying, like,
yeah,
understandable,
but at least she had a character. She was supposed to be there. At least there's a reason. I love the idea that's just like, yes, Minecraft. You know what the Minecraft means? It needs a fat black lady in it. That's essential. She needs to be there. Oh my god. But that aside, that's not really a problem with it. I wish I could, but I'm literally at Burger King right now eating. Okay, Rez, that's even more of a reason to join the VC. I'm not gonna lie. If you're at Burger King, like, truly you gotta come in now. You have 2 patrons based on that logic. Yeah, I actually have more than 2 patrons, but average though. I feel like that's generally how it works out. Patreon's really good for small YouTubers. I feel like if you give like a large YouTuber like with like over 100K, you know, like Patreon money. Maybe like 1 million. If they have 1 million subscribers and you're giving them Patreon money, like they're not using that money for anything. From every case I can tell, any YouTuber with like over 1 million subs, it just makes one video a year if they have a Patreon. And they don't scale up production on any of the videos. They're like just as good as their videos they were making before. They just sit on their ass and do nothing more than they used to. I'll pass, but maybe next time, Minnie and Sab. It's all right. That's fine. Fine.
It's all right.
It's all right. It's not all right, but it's all right. I'll forgive you.
I'm off work these next 2 days, so.
Hell yeah. Let's go. What do you do for work?
I work at a gas station currently.
Oh hell yeah. How's that?
Like, yeah, I mean, it's okay. It's it pays well.
Oh really?
I get stock options.
Stock options at a gas station?
Yeah.
Damn. I guess it's. Do you work night or like day? Is it like you get like?
Graveyard.
Oh my god, dude, that's fucking terrible, man. You got like the. What is it like what kind of is it like a 7-Eleven type shit or?
Oh, it's a Wawa.
Wow, we don't have those in Canada.
I forgot you're Canadian. Okay.
Yeah. But
I mean, our mascot is a Canadian goose.
that seems kind of fucked up actually. A little cultural appropriation there. Good. You should quit your job.
Oh yeah, dude, I quit and like I.
Oh
I
yeah.
have 11 days left. Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay, there you go. Never mind. Good man.
Yeah.
Repping the Canada bros. Oh, I've got top chat on. Ew. Right now it's right. What is that like? Because I've gone into 7-Eleven and I've never seen a single person in there have any life in them at all.
I mean, so our store, I think we pride ourselves on good customer service.
Oh yeah. Oh, is it kind of like a Circle K? Do you guys have Circle K?
Yeah, we have that in America.
Is it similar
I
to
haven't gotten
Circle
one in,
K?
like, a while. I believe so.
Okay,
Circle
so
K
that's
is food, right?
Circle K has, yeah, I think so. I don't know. They're like they're like the better place. You'll drive into it and then they'll like gas up your car for you.
That's only in New Jersey or in Oregon.
Yo, what's up, random? Yo, Mr. Saplo. Do Canadians really eat Canadian bacon? I guess so. I don't know. I don't really eat bacon, so I'm not the most knowledgeable.
Yeah, so Wawa's though, they're we have a deli inside our gas station.
A deli.
So yeah, and since we're open 24/7, we're always like really busy on night shift.
God,
so
dude.
you're constantly doing stuff. You're not like just sitting on your ass.
That's crazy, man. Because you would deli, people go to a 7 like because I couldn't like there's food at 7-Eleven, but I could not imagine eating it. Because
ours is like actual food though.
Oh, okay. So because it's not a 7, because I'm just thinking like horrendous conditions, you know what I mean? But it's like actually, because I guess Circle K is pretty clean. They don't have food, but it's like decently clean, at least here. You know, it's not like it doesn't look like 7-Eleven must just be the worst one. Are you worried about the United States invading Canada? No, not even a little bit. I think we're over that. I think that's done. I think that's passed. Man, they should bring that gas station here. It would probably go out of business because nobody. I don't know anyone in Canada who goes to like a grocery store to eat food. We only have like 7-Eleven has like chicken, like fried chicken and shit, which apparently is actually good, but I don't know anyone who eats it. So.
I mean, me personally, I feel like our food's just like a little bit too overpriced. To justify going there, but like the food's not bad. I would definitely eat it.
Tim Hortons is the best Canada restaurant. Yeah.
Dude, I went to one. It was okay.
Yeah, it's all right. Tim Hortons isn't bad. Dude, I had a friend from the States come over to Canada, and I got him a Tim's donut. He got a Boston cream, and the first thing he said was like, "Wow, that's not very sweet." I was like, "What are they putting in donuts, man?" Tim Hortons is like so sweet, dude. It's like the sweetest.
Shit ton of sugar.
I think you guys just have more sugar in all of your food.
Yeah, we're fat.
Yeah. Yeah, everything in the U.S. is
look at
50 grams of sugar.
If you look at any like dessert, like donuts, ice cream in the U.S., they're required to show you like the percentage of how much it is for your daily intake. And most things are like 150% your daily sugar intake for like desserts.
Well, to be fair, at least it is a dessert, but
it is a dessert,
but damn, that like I don't think I've seen 100%. I see like that on like a Gatorade bottle where it's like 200% of your sodium intake, whatever. But you know, like, yeah, America's obese AF, dude. You guys, why? Canada's a fat country too, actually. But it's like I just don't get like why. Like Europe is like really big about that, you know, like all the it's really only like Canada and America that has like an obesity crisis.
Yeah, I mean it's just kind of like ingrained into our culture.
Oh, because it's like you could just eat different, you know, like prioritize like you could still eat a lot of food and not get like fat. It's just like you have to eat the right kinds of food because there's like calorie to intake volume amount or whatever the fuck. Damn though. Yeah, it's also like why would you poison your people like that? You know, it just doesn't make. You want your workforce to be like unathletic, isn't that the whole point? You want them to be like if you're gonna have like a dude, you know, like you can pay people less if they eat less food. You know what I mean? Like a poor person needs less calories and thus will eat less food and thus spend less money, you know, and then thus not complain when they're charged like $1 or less an hour, you know what I mean? Because they don't have to spend as much money.
Yeah. I mean, inflation right now is fucking insane.
Yeah, and that's your money, because our money's worth like way less. Yours is worth 30 cents on our dollar.
Yeah.
Like, USD is still king, too. You got the whole inflation thing too. 200% tariffs or something.
Your guys' housing prices are like 4 times ours.
Oh really? And that's damn. Yeah, we got a bad housing crisis, but that's just because nobody wants to build houses. It's now like gotten to the point where it's like we have the space. Obviously we have the space, but it's like if you build a house, you devalue everyone else's houses, and a house is an investment. You know, it's a financial investment now, so not like a place to live. It's an investment. So it's like if you buy a house, people buy houses expecting it to be worth more later. So then it just no incentive to ever build a house again. You should be an Eskimo.
You also feel like a lot of immigration in Canada too.
Yeah, but that's fine because we have like a dying population. So you need like Canada's always been like Canada's like been fortunate in that we don't suffer as greatly from the effects of like that age population cone graph, whatever, you know, where it's like more older people than younger, because we just import all our young people, and then it's like, yeah, sure, maybe our country's like 80% more Indian, but you know, you as a fat old 87-year-old person can have someone to wipe your ass for you, so you know, like we are able to avoid that by importing more fucking people. And I think they all go back after anyways. They realize, yeah, it's unsustainable prices here. They can't keep up, and then they leave, never come back.
Yeah, I had a friend who lived in British Columbia, and his dad kicked him out when he was like 16.
Oh shit, yeah.
He decided to get an argument with his dad over a bunch of shit.
Okay, yeah.
Him and a friend ended up renting a room from this lady for like $2K a month.
Damn.
Which is insane.
Where did they decide to rent though?
I think it was like Maple Ridge, British Columbia. It was some basement of a house.
Basement of a house for $2,000 is fucked though. Like, but I mean, unless they're like they should find a different place. 2 people in a basement in the house. Ah, well, I don't know actually. No, maybe it's not that fucked. For 2 people. I mean, given like relative, actually, now that I think about it, I don't know. Basement though, it's tough. That's more like what it is. It's just tough.
He didn't enjoy it.
Is he out of there now?
Yeah, and he moved in like with his grandma like a year later.
Oh, that's good. Damn, he was just fuck, dude. That's crazy too. That's where like a stable family unit is so fucking so important for like for people, because it's like when he was 16 and getting kicked out by your dad, like god damn, you were like, you're just kind of actually over for you a little bit, not really, but like kind of, because it's like all the benefits of a stable fucking, just like even just like you think about like how your life is, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. That's not even the saddest part too.
Oh, I'm sure it gets worse.
Because he was very poor because of that. He worked at McDonald's at the time, so he would calculate everything in terms of how many like Big Mac meals he'd be able to buy.
Oh, okay. That's a bad idea. He's gonna get depressed really quick.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. Basement in a house for 2K. Well, that's for 2 people, right? At that point, you might as well just rob me. Yeah, like I mean, like 1K renting a basement is actually pretty average. Yeah.
No, Rez, it was not 5 stars.
That basement better be 5 stars. Yeah, no, it's not. That's just the state of the housing.
It was like 3 rooms, right? I don't know how big they are, but one of the rooms was his roommates. You had like the main room where they had their PCs at, and there was another room, but he said the space, like the heater for the house was in there, so it was always like 90 degrees Fahrenheit in there at all times. So they said they did not use that room.
They had 2 rooms, but they could only use 1?
They had 3, but they really only could use 2.
Oh my god.
According to him.
Yeah, that sounds fucking terrible, man.
Yeah.
The state of the world, man. And fucking holy shit, yeah. It is weird. It is kind of weird to think, because we have so much space. But to be fair, I think like 80% of Canada is just not worth living in. Something like that. But
I mean, most of your land up top just is not inhabitable, right?
yeah, pretty much. Well, no, wait, hold up. Yeah, if you go like a little bit above the equator, it's like there's just no infrastructure there, and because of like the winters, it's not like, yeah, it's not worth it yet. You know, we don't have like the population that demands like some sort of movement increase like that. But yeah, from what I get, it's pretty mid. But with global warming, it might become worth it to live there soon, because although I think what it is it's a bunch of frozen swamps, and now that it's thawing out, it's actually harder because everything's fucking water now. I don't know, something fucking stupid like that. Yeah, Canada's awesome. Canada's great. But yeah, housing wise, we're pretty fucked. The lack of population making utilizing the 80% of uninhabited land in Canada pointless. Sort of, yeah. Well, it's like you would need to have people to make it, like, justify building like an easy access point, you know, a nice highway or some shit, you know. Otherwise, why would you build it unless people like keep moving there? But we still have like a lot of space given even what we have, you know.
I mean, if you just go on maps and zoom in, just the amount of grass you can see.
Yeah.
Of land.
We have it in the places that are habitable. We have the space. It's just nobody wants to. Like I said, everyone's investments in housing, so no one's going to ever. There's like it's like, you know, if the rich don't want it, the rich don't do it, and who's gonna do it? Who can afford to do it? You know what I mean? Like, are you really gonna go turn your house into a 800 people, 800 home condo or some shit, and then charge it for below asking rent? No, that's never gonna happen. So it's like, it's a really like kind of fucked problem, and it could be fixed with just like the government like taxing houses more and then making it like not affordable. But then they do kind of fuck over a lot of people who have houses, right? Who didn't factor in that change. It's such an annoying little like needle to fucking curve or whatever, you know, bob and weave. We need more rich people to invest in Canada. Yeah, I get no, because they wouldn't do anything good. They would be like, let's invest in how much more free oil we can give to the states. You know, it's like, that's not gonna help the poor people. Let's invest in a bigger McDonald's, but even more expensive cheeseburgers. Like, okay.
I mean, you're gonna get a new prime minister soon, so it might be better.
It might change. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm not. The thing is like I don't even know who to vote for. Like they're all. It's like I get to choose between 3 people I don't want to be Prime Minister of Canada.
Who are?
We got Mark Carney, Pierre Poilievre, and some fucking probably Indian person. For NDP, which would never get in. So really, it's just 2 people. But it's like, do you want to? We have 3 parties, so it's like the NDP is like the swing vote kind of party, where it's like if you use the 3rd option, you're like, I don't want to abstain from voting, but I also want to make a vote that's only going to marginally matter. You vote for them.
You know, Pierre Poilievre, like, sounds French, which I don't like, but he's also 45. Good.
That's true. He's younger than Carney. I just, it's like he's not the liberal government again, you know? And it's like, but I think the liberal government is going to win because, like, I don't want a conservative government just out of, like, principle. But I also don't like the liberal government. Like, I don't want the liberal government again because they didn't do anything for 4 years, for 8 or whatever, and they're just going to do another. And then it's like, I want to vote NDP, I think, but NDP is also just a cuck party as well, so it's like, I don't know. They're all cringe and shit. And NDP would never would never become prime minister. But if I wanted to see a party be prime minister, it would be NDP, based on the fact that they've never been prime minister spot, just to see what they would do. Like maybe they would be really good, but I think they'd be shit. Just like everyone else.
As racist as it is, I would never want an Indian person as my president.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, yeah, like, I don't know, like, I would be fine with it if they were born here, you know, that'd be fine, which I think, like, Singh or whatever the guy, yeah, who was in charge, which is fine, like, that's honestly not that bad. I'm fine with born here, because it's like, what do you want, an Irish person president? Fucking, they're also born here, you know? The same difference in my mind. I don't know, but my biggest problem is, you know what's actually interesting? So it's like there are the same number. Now I don't know if like actually this is true, but it looks like this on the street. The same number of Chinese people as there are Indian people, right? But people are all going like AWOL over Indian people, right? And I think part of it is because in India they have democracy to an extent, like so not like in maybe that it's actually works and it's not corrupt or something, but in that the populace is used to voting, so when they come here, like the Chinese people come here, they don't vote because they don't vote, right? So then when the Indian people come here, they actually know, they're like, oh yeah, you're supposed to go vote. And then when they go vote for Indian people. So then they're able to make more changes. But then again, you have the other side where it's like, Canada seems to like really suck China's cock, like aggressively. Did I just mine diamonds? I should turn around. I did. Didn't even notice. So if I'm leaning towards any, it's probably NDP. It's just that it's like, not to be racist, but I'm also kind of against the whole India thing, but that's mostly like I don't even know really, like I do know why. It's just because like here's the thing, if there's like a business that gets like an Indian manager in it that didn't have one before, you got like 6 months before that business is 100% like managed by Indian people. Yeah. And it's like, it's really like stark because you'll have like other businesses where it's like you've got like a decent mix of everyone, right, including Indian people, and then you'll have like others that are exclusively only Indian people. And then it's like, you know, if you're like, you go walk around, you're like, oh, there's some Asian food place, and you're like, oh, okay, they're all Chinese, and it's like, all right, but you know, you don't walk into like a fucking like here's the biggest one. There's like a place that like sells Japanese food, right? It opens up. It's entirely run by Indian people. And I'm just like, okay, first, I get it if an Asian place that says it's Japanese or is run by Chinese people, because that's all of them. That's just how it goes. They like immediately like pretend to be Japanese to, I don't know, like sushi sells really well here. But it's like to run a store called Edo Japan and then employ only Indian people just feels so counter to what it's supposed to be. You know, it's like, here's it. If the place was called like Salik's Food and Restaurant or some shit like that, you know, or then it's like, all right, and it sells Indian food. It's like, yeah, I wouldn't expect you know, there to be like non-Indian people running that place. That makes sense. It's like may open up some more like fucking restaurants that are Indian, but to run a Japanese restaurant and have it all be Indian people, it's just so odd to me. Damn, I'm surrounded by anti-Indian people being in power. I'm surrounded by anti-Indian people. Like who? Oh, you mean like? What do you mean? Elon Musk is like a big. He's big on Indian immigration people. I don't know. It just seems to me also a big problem with it is that the Indian people who do come here, they're getting fucked over. Like they're not getting fair treatment. Like most of them come over here on student visas, right? Like at least before they stopped the immigration of Indian people. Like they did fix the problem. Like the liberal government did stop it. Like there's no more of them coming in like huge amounts anymore. But people are gonna keep complaining about it and all that stuff. But it's like. I was about to say something. I don't know. Oh yeah, they get fucked over too. Like they come here, right, and they're like, oh, I'm gonna make so much more money, and then between rent and the fact that they're only allowed to work like 20 hours a week because they're students, you know, technically, but they're on like a visa farm mill or whatever. There's a place in Toronto, like GTA, Greater Toronto area, called Brampton, where you are able to get a driver's license in 1 month. In Canada, it takes like a year and a half to get a full driver's license, but in Brampton, and only Brampton, you can get your driver's license in 1 month. Why? Because Brampton is where all the Indian people live, and if they're not allowed to work, to have a driver's license so they can work Uber, because Uber doesn't count as being employed somewhere, so they can work more than 20 hours a week to live, but they can only do it working Uber. So they have to let the people get their driver's licenses earlier than that. Otherwise, they'd have a huge population of people in Brampton homeless, right? Because they wouldn't be able to afford to live anymore. Which is just, like, insane to me, right? And that sounds horrible. Like, imagine your, like, only way to live is because you're not allowed, because you're a student, technically, because of how you immigrated. You're not allowed to work more than 20 hours a week. So you're just, and you come here, like, you're probably very poor. You know, you probably come from like, you know, it's like a mid background or whatever, you know, like you're not financially like the best, right? And you're supposed to you probably have like kids and stuff at home too. And the only way for you to live is to work 20 hours a week at most at some other place, and then you have to do Uber driving. You have to drive people around. It's like insane. And it's like at definitely like rates that are not like, you know, good for, you know, that's not enough. Like you should be paid more than whatever you're making at Uber, like 100%. Like that, you're getting fucked over at Uber. And it's like the more Uber drivers there are, the more the rates for Uber drives go down, so they make less. So it's just like a huge, you're getting fucked, you're getting fucked, you're getting fucked, like just over and over and over again. And it sucks. So it's like they, you know, it's like bad for that Indian people immigrating here. And it's like, if let's say they have families back in India that they're trying to send money to or whatever, then they're getting, you remember there were probably 8 of them splitting the rent for a 2-bedroom $8,000 like basement suite, you know what I mean? And it's like what money is going to go back to those families in India or whatever? What money is going to go into savings for their future long term? Zero. That's what, you know, they're getting completely fucked. So it's like, you know, it's sad, really, it's sad. But at the same time, I have to like, I don't know. I don't know. I think immigration is best when people like they get, what do you call it? You know, they're spread out over a vast amount of area and they don't like bunch up, you know? Like I'm really against like places like Chinatown or like Koreatown or whatever, because I think that's bad for like the idea of what immigration is, which is like, you know, a group of people come into a country and then they become part of the country. They don't make their own country within that country, right? It's supposed to be a melting pot, right? And if you're not melting, then it's just you're getting a clump of potato in your mouth, you know what I mean? And it's like, the idea is that we're all supposed to intermingle and spread ideas and not just lock each other off in different sections and not, you know, thing. This is another thing. Like people are like immigration wise, people are always like, oh, why why be anti-immigration? It's bad. It's bad for the economy actually to be anti-immigration, I think, and all that. But it's like part of it is like in my mind, I've never since a child, right? And I'm a child. As a child, you're an idiot, right? You don't know anything. But as a child, I remember learning about indigenous people, and when the settlers came, when the pilgrims whatever came, they were welcomed with like open arms. They were invited. They were friendly, and then look where they are now. That's always in my mind. I've always been like, why would anyone, if you look back historically, ever be pro-immigration? Because look, especially in Canada, be Canadian or American and be open to immigration, because it's like, look at who was there. And the First Nations people were open to immigration. They were, or at least they were inviting to foreigners, and then immediately, they're dead. Why is it bad to be anti-immigration? Explain, as this is first time I've heard about it, to be bad. Oh, I just think it's like it's racist. Like it's to be like pro-nation is bad. It is bad as a general to be like not unopen-minded. It's bad to be like. It's good, I think, to have a good sense of like your country or whatever. Like I think nationalism is sort of like can be beneficial, but it is, I think, generally like just bad juju to be like, this whole group of, I don't want any more people coming into my country. It's like you just want to like become a bunch of like ingrown retards, you know what I mean? Like I don't want no new blood, no new ideas, no new culture. This is what a Canadian person is. We are the Maple Leaf, we are hockey, and we are this, and that will never change for 10,000 years, you know what I mean? Then you get like the weird kind of racism they have in like Europe where they're like, oh, you're Polish? Polish people weren't white until like 30 years ago. You know that? No. It's like, oh, you're Slavic? Okay, well, I hate you and your grandmother and your other fucking people, and I wish that. It's a weird like kind of brain worm. Meanwhile, you're against the Indian candidate. Oh well, look, that's just like I said, I don't really have a reason for that. That's more of a vibe thing. I don't like the idea of it. Because it's like, here's my thing, where it's like I think mixing is good, but it's like how quickly does it happen? And how well does the intermingling of groups between people work? And it's like, I don't know, just from my general look, this is actually, you could say it's a cup, you could say it's just true, but it's like one generation, and culturally, I think 1-2 generations, immigrants culturally entirely, like, in develop, like, become part of the culture, at least in Canada. Like, you have 100%, like, they're definitely a cup. Well, I don't know, like, I find that when an Indian person has kids here and they grew up in Canada, their children are now Canadian, and they are not just Canadian as in they were born there, but as in they are not culturally Indian. They are almost like 2 generations, and they're like more white than white people are. They're more like when you think white person, I'm like, actually I'm a nerd. Like that's every single person that I met who has like Indian parents or like any racial group's parents, and they grew up in Canada. They're just like, hi. But it's like, I don't like it as being like a race thing, where it's like, in my mind, it's like if you're born and raised in Canada, you're Canadian, Even if you're not raised in Canada, you're Canadian, like, to me, and I can very tell anyone who's like born here, right? It's just when you have large groups of people come in, then you have influence from other countries, and they're not, you have, let's say, you have Chinese people come here. Old Chinese people do not assimilate into a Canadian culture at all. They do not. They are like 100% just in their own insulated thing. They don't even speak English. And it's like, is that really the kind of person you want, like, making decisions in your country or whatever? Like, probably not, because they're not assimilating. They are Chinese. They probably even consider themselves to be Chinese, right? And it's like, if you start electing, there's actually a member of Parliament right now for some fucking reason who isn't even a Canadian citizen. They're like a Chinese citizen. I don't understand how that like is even possible. It's like, it seems fucking fucked up. Doesn't seem right. And anyhow, like the reason is actually I think it might be just inherent racism in my mind that's like just drilled in there, that I wouldn't want like the NDP party. Like, I wouldn't want to vote for them because they're Indian, because I'm just like, right now, I'm like, that's probably just racism in my own brain, but at the same time, I don't know. There is, like, a certain, like, India has, is actually interesting because we have like, India has a lot of influence in Canada. It's like we have a lot of immigrants from India. We have so that's a voter base. That's like a actual demographic you have to appeal to. And it's interesting because before we had Indian people, we were taking in tons and tons of Sikh immigrants, which were a Indian minority that is hunted in India. Like they kill them, right? Like genocide or whatever. You're not allowed to be Sikh in India. And we have more Sikh people in India, I believe, than there are in India now. More Sikh people in Canada than there are in India. Something like that. And when Indian people talk about getting rid of Sikh people, they talk about having to do that in Canada as well. And there are, like, I believe, like, gang wars and stuff between Indian people and Sikh people that happen in Canada now. Like, it's like a Canada issue because in India, they got rid of them all. And it's, like, interesting, too, because they're a huge... Like, the guy who's the head of the NDP isn't actually... Like, he is Indian, right? Because he's from... He's, like... I don't even think... He's not from India, but his parents are. But, he is Sikh, right? So if you can't publicly be like, we denounce the Sikh people as terrorists or whatever to appease India, right? Like we have so many Indian people here that's a real issue because it's like, if you support the Sikh people, you lose like 2 million voters, or something like that. You lose millions of people, and you lose, and like in the government they can't be like Sikh people, no. And just by that alone, they've put themselves in a position where, like, politically, they are in trouble with India. And then we even have a thing where India is, like, assassinating Sikh, like, members of our government on fucking, like, Canadian soil or whatever. I don't know what the fuck the reason was, but, like, that shit is, like, the India problems are now creeping into Canadian politics and Canada. Just daily, just like politics and policies and shit, and it's just interesting, but it's like kind of fucked. Well, the old Chinese people are a few decades from being 6 feet under, so yeah, exactly. So it's like I could be like, maybe I'll just wait to vote for the NDP party, and maybe like 30 years from now, when all of the old Indian people who immigrated now, have kids who are now and they're way more integrated, and the really old ones that are going to be 90 or dead, and then it's like not a problem. Which I do believe like it'll balance out. It's just going to take a while. Right now, you feel the most like racially like, oh, Canada's a race. Canada's not a race. Canada is like literally a mix of people. Like we're all where there's like, well, we got from India to China to fucking, we even have like we actually don't have too many people from like Africa, but we do have them. And they they all intermingle. Like there's very like in comparison to the United States, damn, this is so fucked. Oh, I'm on a gravel bed above lava, aren't I? Oh, no. Oh, I thought that was gonna do something, but I guess not. Oh, that was really odd. Trying to pitfall trap me right there. But it's like, Canada is very multicultural, more multicultural than I think America is. Like, because America, you guys have like you guys still have like real racism. Like Canada is like going off against like India, but it's like, it is not like America. We're not that bad. And I would hate for it to go that bad. Like I would feel bad about that. I think that's like not a good thing.
I feel like it's definitely increasing though in Canada. I mean, because most of the headlines I see in Canada are about like Indian people committing crimes.
Yeah, and then you have that, and it's like then you have people get more racist about it, and it's like the thing is like in Canada, might be one of the only countries where you can have a large demographic of people come in, and then eventually they are just assimilated into the cultural thinking, right? Because it's like when you think about like a country, it's like in Europe, it's race based. It's like I'm a Slav. I have a very specific genetic genome that's actually different. If you genetically you can put it in the it's stupid that I don't care about it. It's like, you're white, I don't care, right? But they're like, to them it's like, oh, you're a Pole, you're from Poland, you are 1 degree away from being scum. It's like you are the sub-race subspecies of whiteness, and it's like we don't have that in America, Canada, right? Because it's like, yeah. We are all immigrants. That doesn't matter, right? But then it becomes way more simple. It's like black, white, whatever other, But in Canada, we barely have the black white difference, or like other like Asian. We don't even really have that. We do, but it's not to the American extremes. Like in America, it seems to me really serious about that, and in Canada, not so much. But it might also be that like Canada has always had a huge influx of immigrants. We've always had them, but it's like I think the difference may be that the volume of specific kinds of immigrants is what has changed, right? Like Canada is like becoming more racist because 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 we imported a lot of immigrants from one country. You know, it was like if you looked at the stats, wasn't it like 2 million people from India over like 2 years, something like that? I don't know. I don't know the specifics, but it was like, you know, it's a huge amount from India, and it's very, very visible, right? Like when I went to Toronto, it's like half Indian, it's half Chinese. Unless you get into like the big inner city, it's like half Indian or half Chinese, and it's very interesting for me to like as like someone even like here, but to especially to I live like very like honestly like we have more Asians than we have any other kind of like mix of people besides white, right? So it's like white majority, and it's interesting to like walk around and go to somewhere like Toronto where they have literally the signs are in Chinese. You know, you go to Brampton, the signs are in I forget Hindu or whatever their language is. They're written in that, and it's like very interesting to just walk around and be like, this is Canada, which is an English French speaking country, and I get upset if I see French on something just because I'm like, this is stupid. It should be English. Nobody speaks French outside of Quebec, which is again, Quebec is like one of those groups where it's like they're all secluded. Nobody speaks anything outside of French there, really, and they don't have to put English on their fucking stuff, but we have to put French on theirs for Quebec, which is not like enough people, in my opinion, to warrant the rest of Canada putting English shit on a French writing. But you know, it's all politics, and that's another case where you have a huge demographic with a lot of influx. It's like, imagine you get like the fucking new Indian population is like, time to put not only on the street signs in our areas are going to be in Hindu or Hindi. I'm gonna say Hindi. Hindu. I don't know if in our language, but now you also have to put it on all of the food that's here, along with English and French. You know, it's like, oh, that's a third thing I don't want to see on the fucking thing. When everybody in Canada, their children are going to speak more English than they will than Hindu, or they're going to speak more English than they do Chinese. Like that shit happens. It's like a very real, like at least in Canada, generationally, the next generation is so shockingly like not part of their culture, honestly. Like I feel like they should warn immigrants, honestly, because it's like when you come to Canada, your kids will not be Indian, they will not be Chinese, they will be Canadian, like very truly Canadian. Because we just have a kind of a good relationship with that, which is like I hope is not going to be a problem now, you know, because it would suck for like it would be horrible, not just for like an assimilation idea. It's literally horrible for the children of immigrants if they grow up in Canada and do not learn English. You know, that is horrible for them. It's horrible for most people across the world, I think, if they don't learn English, because it's such a useful language just for everything. But that's bad. Like in my mind, that's bad. Because that's half the language. It's like people in Quebec who never learn English. That's like sad. There are lots of actual people in Quebec who never learn English. And it's like I think it's not a good thing to like prop up more of that, to bring more of that in. So yeah, I don't know. So that is why I will not be voting NDP this year. I'm just kidding. I haven't decided. I might still vote NDP because I know they won't get in, so it doesn't really matter. And I just don't. I really aggressively don't want a conservative government. But I also just like think it would be cringe to elect the Liberal government again, because it's like they might as well just be dictator for life. You know what I mean? Like fucking why have elections if we're just gonna bring the Liberal government in who doesn't fucking do anything ever. Yeah, I don't know. Just it's an interesting time to be alive these days. I'll say that much.
Ugh.
I'm glad I'm not American though.
Why is that?
housing crisis be damned. I am glad I'm not American. You guys got like Donald Trump. You got retard billionaires running your country. At least ours are quiet about it if they're doing it, you know. Oh man, dude, imagine like fucking you've got Elon Musk losing beef to Asmongold on Twitter. Losing to Asmongold on Twitter. And he's like making government world-changing decisions. Like that alone, forget the rest of all politics. That is the biggest cosmic aura drop level. Like you're what a joke of a country. If you're one of your major political people and lost beef to a guy who lives in a crack house and on purpose and has no teeth and doesn't shower. It's like, you know, if you're gonna enact as someone who with billions of dollars is gonna enact fucking a PR war with a fucking retard, you have to win. You have to. You fucking assassinate everyone around him. You kill him if you need to. All right. You plant fake allegations on him. You win. You don't lose to the retard. Oh my god. That's why I'm glad I'm not. That's pretty much that reason. I don't know. Yeah. I feel like
okay.
Yeah.
It's the same thing though, right? Because who's the other candidate? Kamala, an Indian woman.
That's true. But the thing is, like, listen to her talk, you know.
Every different place she went to for
yeah,
whatever it's called. I'm blanking the word. She changed her accent for each like group she was talking to.
That's awesome. Holy shit, really? That's funny. Yeah. Like, it's like that's weird, and you're like, yeah, I wouldn't want an Indian person as president. But the thing is, to me, Kamala is a white woman. In fact, she might be even more white than a white woman would be. Because it's like changing your accent to fucking appeal to a different group while you're getting elected. That sounds like some white lady shit. Like that, like she's cringe in every way. Like every white woman that I know, I don't know white women. No, but like when that election was happening in Canada, we pay more attention to American politics than we do our own because they're, you know, more attention.
I believe it.
But like everyone who liked Kamala Harris was just like the whitest white lady, you know? Like that was like who would like this kind of person, right? Which is why they lost. But it's like to me, it's like that is like 100% assimilation into a culture, right? Like to me, she's like not Indian really. Like if she went to India, like I don't think they would be like, oh, what a perfect example of our people, you know what I mean? But like in America, that's still a big difference for you guys, right? Like to you, you're like, she's what is it, like an Indian spy? Is that what you're thinking? I don't know, right? Like that's like
I don't know. I just Indian woman, it just does not go together in my mind.
Isn't she also part black though and part white?
Yeah, I think so. I think her dad's white and like maybe her dad's I don't know. I think she's black white Indian. But like
yeah, exactly. Like to me, is that
I'd
really
Trump?
You'd rather have Trump than a black white Indian?
Yeah,
that's like that's like a quarter Indian, a half Indian, maybe. That's not even a full Indian person. I don't know.
I'm not a fan. I think like some of her past policies she's done.
No, that's fair. Yeah,
like,
you can say that. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, like at least if you look in like as far as our list of presidents go, our prime ministers go. We had one woman prime minister. And we've only had white people in the whole time. But it's like, in my mind, like, that's not, like, it's like, and for me, I'm like, yeah, they can be any race of person I want. I don't really care. As long as they were born and raised here, that's fine with me. But we've never had one, you know? Like, that's the kind of racism I think that Canada has, where it's like, we'll be like, on paper, everything, we're totally normal, we're totally fine with it. Until recently, obviously, but totally fine with all those things. And then you'll just get a random, like, you'll just look at the stats, you'll be, oh yeah, it's everyone who's ever had power ever is white. You know what's crazy? We had it, like, the only country that had like another branch of the KKK was Canada. Like it's fucking like that. You guys were exporting the KKK to Canada for a little bit.
That's based.
Yeah, base. It's fucking weird to me. But it's like, but there's also an interesting thing, where like what makes Canada like different than the States, and it's like, I feel like it's always been since like dawn of time, kind of, just that Canada doesn't want to be American, right? Like, what unites the British and the French, like historically in Canada, was not, because that's what Quebec is. It's just, it's like the France colony, the French. What unites them is not their language, it's not their culture, it's not the way of saying. It's only their way of thinking. Actually, it's only in so much as they don't want to be American. Like, that's the only thing that united them back then, and it's, I think, really the main thing holding us together now. And that's partly with the, like, all the India people. We were thinking like that's the first time like we've, as a people, I feel like, or at least within like my cultural knowledge of politics, have actually had any thought about like like what is Canada, like in Canada we put a lot of marketing into First Nations people, but for First Nations people, like, if there's an oppressed minority in Canada, it's First Nations people. And it's partly because there's so few of them. They're not. I don't know a lot of First Nations people. And when you see them, like, you can't really tell they're First Nations a lot of the time. But they're absolutely, like, they're fucked. Like, they got fucked real hard. It's like in Canada we'll have like 11. We'll have 11 deaths by cop a year or something like that. And then like 10 of them will be First Nations people, or all of them, right? Which is like, first off, that's bad. Oh, it's all First Nations, but it's like we have 10 deaths by cops a year. That's crazy. That's like nothing. How many does America have a year by death by cop?
I don't even want to say.
Yeah, it's probably like over 1,000. Like so many. And it's like, so it's like we don't have like a lot of like crime or tension like that. But
it's not that bad. Hold on. This says 600.
Oh, 600. Okay.
Bad at all.
No, that's not the worst thing for like 200 million through 400 million people in the country. Actually, it's not that bad. Or is that just as of this year so far?
Wait, hold on. No, I think it's just per year.
Okay.
Just like
That's still worse than Canada. Like, Canada's do pretty good. Maybe if you actually, I don't know. Anyhow.
Now, our injuries are a bit more worse. We have 250,000 civilian injuries.
Holy shit.
Annually.
Okay, that's crazy. Damn, 250,000. Holy shit, man. Damn. Okay, but my point being that, like, First Nations people are not what Canada is. There's just not enough of them for them to be like a noticeable demographic, is what I'm trying to say. We found a diamond, didn't we?
Didn't you guys used to be like the Hudson Bay Trading Company?
Yeah. We had a huge branch of them here, or maybe that was where they are. Yeah, we had them. Yeah, like that was like a big pusher of industry here, I think. A lot of exploration was done by them because they were in the fur trade and all that shit. But I don't know. The main thing is just
I don't know, like,
we don't have a cultural identity that much. It's more that we're welcoming and we're friendly, and we'll take all the immigrants. But that's like our culture is, like, besides like the hockey, the classic. But it's kind of hard to find somebody who talks with that Canadian like a accent, whatever, like that's not that common. And we don't really have like a big cultural like thing. In Europe it's really easy because you're like, oh, I'm this, then it's just race based. It's like, I'm a white person who lives in French. My dad's been French. My other person's French. And then you have a huge tension with immigrants, right? Because of that. But we have way less in Canada because that's not what defines a Canadian person. Right?
Mm-hmm.
But even then, we don't even have much culture. That's a big thing too. We don't have very much culture, so. I don't know. It's just interesting. Like, I'm curious to see what route we go down. I think because Canada is so opposed to what America is, and America is becoming very like America for Americans. I think Canada is going to kind of lean in the opposite direction, probably. And kind of probably be a little more open. Obviously, we had to stop the Indian immigration flow, but it doesn't. We wouldn't stop all the immigration, you know.
Yeah, you guys should take in more Americans.
Yeah, we probably would too. Yeah. I remember I had a guy reach out to me, and he was like, "I'm genuinely thinking about moving to Canada. Are we gonna get like racism there? What do you guys think of Canadians?" It's like, dude, you were gonna get absolutely zero. Like, there's like no one's even gonna know you're American. Like that's like not even something you need to worry about, like, at all. Not even a little bit. And it's like, yeah, we're not like we're welcoming to immigrants. Like, the only time I've ever heard anything about like some issue with the immigrants was Indian people recently, and like maybe like 100 years ago, Chinese people. I remember like BC was like, we gotta stop, no more boats of Chinese citizens. Like we had an incident there. You know, like that's two ones that you know, like America, you guys have all these problems, right? You guys all this race-based violence, all these like things, right?
Have like a crazy immigration issue. I know, like, I mean, like, of course, the southern border with like Mexico, but I personally don't have an issue with like Mexican people.
Yeah. I've never really, like, whenever I've gotten to know any kind of person, like, I've never had a problem with them.
Oh, I mean,
like only
like any French person, I most likely will not like.
That's fair. I don't. I'm part French, so I guess that's
sorry.
Yeah. That's where my lack of bothered by them comes from, I suppose.
I hate their accent so much. Really, just like learn to lose the accent as fast as possible if you're immigrating into my country.
It is pretty egregious. For me, I'm like, accent's fine as long as it's like, an accent is only a problem as soon as if it's not intelligible. Like, if I can't understand what you're saying, that's a problem that you should work on, right? But if you have an accent and it's not a problem, then it's just cute. It's just funny, you know, or one of those two things, right? Because it's like, okay, what is it? I understand every word you're saying. You just say it a little funny. It's like, okay, but why would I ever have a problem with like?
Yeah, I mean, that's understandable. Just not with French people.
Not with French people. That's you know what? It is, but whatever.
And then just Indian people, they just smell.
Wait, you're part French? Nah, damn, I never knew that, Sapple. Imagine if I didn't tune into this stream, I would have never known that. Yeah. I'm part Quebec French. That's where it comes from, which is like probably the objective worst denomination of French speaker.
It's not. You have Newfoundlanders still.
Are they French?
I think some of them are.
Yeah, but they don't have that French accent.
No, they have an even worse one.
Yeah, but it's a denomination of actual French. Like, they're not culturally French.
Yeah.
They're like, welcome to Newfoundland, something like that. Newfoundland is crazy because people say it like Newfoundland, but it's Newfoundland. Quite literally is the name of their like entire existence. So fucking crazy. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. And you know what is there's interesting because it's like there is like a actual like nowadays there's a cultural difference between Quebec and like France. Like they're very different. People from Quebec are not like, they don't like France. I find to be and like vice versa. But there's also like a huge disparity in how they pronounce French. Apparently people from France cannot understand people from Quebec because of how they speak French. Which is like, you know how there's like a difference between like British and like Texas or whatever, but it's like apparently it's so much, like it's so extreme, it's so bad. I find that interesting. That kind of disparity. Okay, we got 16 diamonds here. We're almost to a stack of diamonds, people.
Yeah.
We got roughly 20 minutes to make it to a stack of diamonds. Yeah. I don't know, yeah, I don't really, like, as far as, like, immigration policies, all that stuff goes, I am I'm not the most well-read. That's my issue. Like I don't like reading. I don't like learning about things. So it's all like kind of vibes and like my actual like observation of people. And that's kind of how I'd go based on like real world experience more than it is like anything else. And like that's more like that's really like where it's based, you know? Like there's like I think 50 million people in Canada now, something like that. 2 million Indian immigrants, right? Like that's it. You just spread it out. That's not that. If they were spread out across all of Canada, that's not a big deal, right? That's barely visible. You know what I mean? But the fact that it's like all in Brampton mostly, and then like in pockets otherwhere, you know, you notice, you know.
Yeah.
But then it's like, why am I noticing? It's like, why? Because I'm like around white people all the time. So when there's someone who's not white, you're like, oh, that's something to take note of, right? Which is like kind of racist, you know? Yeah, back when diamond was considered valuable, as mending and netherite didn't exist in this thing. Yeah, it's true. Like the reason I'm getting diamonds in this game, Rez, is because I'm running out of diamond blocks. So I was like, I'll reignite the strip mine. I also ran out of regular blocks to like build with. So it's like a good way to get diamonds and stone and all that other stuff that people need. Aha. Yeah.
Where are you finding so many?
Because, dude, it's OP. This is this mining strategy is OP, the plus shape. It's literally like, it's so fun, and you just find diamonds constantly. You don't find them on newer versions because they switched it up, but, yeah. Yeah, it's true. They lowered the amount of diamonds that you can find in mines, or it's more random now.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't matter
Easier to
because...
find, though, now.
Are they? They're easier to find, but there's less of them. Or something, shit. But it's like, it doesn't matter because it's like, why would you ever need a stack of diamond blocks? You just have mending. And you have netherite. So your gear, you use the same tools for the rest of your game once you get a mending thing. Yeah, I don't know. I got a lot of thoughts, but nothing refined, you know. And it's like I don't wanna be like racist. That was one thing where I was like, when I was in Toronto, man, I was like straight up feeling like I was getting like real actual racist, like to the point where it wasn't just like I wasn't like going like to being mean to Indian people or anything, but I was just like in my mind it was making me miserable. I'm like, this is not only is this just like a bad thing to find like actual like some weird hatred for no reason, but it's also just bad like every day to feel like it's not just bad for Indian people, it's bad for yourself to just feel like genuinely bothered by someone existing. Like this is it's such a waste of like emotional energy. So, I don't know. Yeah. It's just an odd little situation. It's like once you look back in like 10 years, you're gonna be like, why did anyone give a shit at all? You're gonna be like, it all settled. When the dust is settled, you look back, you're like, man, things were actually good back then. What were we bitching about? What was I thinking about? Yeah, gotta get that strategic don't care, strategic nihilism. You're like, it's all gonna work out in the end. You can say that and not believe it. You know, that's the true power level move when you're like, everything's gonna work out in the end, and just not believe that's gonna happen at all, but say it and feel better anyways. Beautiful.
I'm shocked by the strip. What the fuck?
Are you like bamboozled by my style?
I'm just like the amount of diamonds in this one row is just insane.
You think so, but this is just generally how it works when you use this plus shape, man. The only more efficient version is mining like in a hole with an elytra, like 1 by 1. That's the only that's the most efficient way to mine. But besides that, this is
like
the
even
most...
with X-ray, like they're never this like close together.
You don't think so, but like I'm traveling a lot. That's the nostalgia kicking it. Also, we had less responsibility back then compared to now. That's true, you know. Like I was thinking, like, oh, you know, the 2000s, early 2000s politically was probably the best era. And you think about it, but you're like, I just didn't give a fuck back then. I was like 7. You know? And it's like, people were still like having the same panic they do about Trump right now, but with like Obama's birth date. You know? They're like, he's actually a Tulu warrior from fucking Africa. Trying to, you know, it's like, holy shit, it's like, dude, he's actually just fine, you know, now in retrospect or whatever, and nobody cares, you know, everyone's like, yeah, I liked Obama. But it's like, at the time, people were bitching about it. You know, at the time, they were bitching about Bush. They were bitching about every fucking guy. They were like, Nixon, Bush. They were like they were the worst fucking people in the world. They had a war going on then too, and it's like, oh yeah, but we got Israel, and we got what's the other one? No, that's the same. No, Israel, and then we also got Ukraine, which is more of like the whatever Ukraine thing. Which everyone forgets about because of Israel Palestine, but and it's like you think, oh, Israel Palestine, it's so bad now, dude. Go back 60 years, go back 60 years, see what Israel and Palestine were up to at that time, dude. It was just as bad. They were doing just as much shit. It was crazy actually, and then it just calmed down for like 20 years, and then when we come up, we're like, we didn't notice there were high tensions really, and then it starts going down. We're like, oh, it's the end of the fucking world. It's like, no, they just start up again. They just took a little siesta.
Yeah. I hate that like the U.S. is giving them both so much money.
Yeah, well,
bullshit.
Well, in my opinion, at least on the Ukraine one, that's like it's better than Russia having Ukraine. You know?
I don't know why the fuck we're in Israel though, helping them out.
You know why?
I know why.
Everyone knows why. It is. It actually, yeah, it's so fucked, man.
But it's just like swamped with Jewish people.
That's crazy. Yeah. That's another, cultural pylon. Oh yeah, for Jewish people.
Yeah.
I've never been. But that's one thing, it's like that when you think about it, it's like the most finessing that could ever happen in all of like string pulling you could ever do is probably Israel. Like the finessing on like a wide scale you'd have to do to pull that shit off. It's crazy because it's like what an awesome place to do like whatever you want in, because it's like, who cares as long as you're not stopping America from getting oil? Who gives a shit what's going on in that country? It's like a desert, you know what I mean? And it's like it's just like but it's just like, it's like what a perfect play by Israel, It's just like, it's stupid to like for them to do a genocide instead of just fucking like, they should just be enslaving all of Palestine. Okay, don't quote me on that, but I think that would be morally better than fucking just wiping them all off the face of the planet. But it's just kind of dumb. Like that one thing where like that Jordan Peterson clip where he's like, Hitler was evil, but he's like not as evil as, he's actually more evil than you think, because he was like, when the war was happening and he was losing, instead of sending Jewish people in as soldiers to fight the wars, he just ordered the expedition of the killing of Jews, And it's like, yeah, that makes, because it's like, it's not about logic, it's about hatred, right? And that's literally the exact same shit that's happening in Israel, where it's like, instead of like taking this population of people and just exploiting them for use, they're getting rid of them just to get rid of them, It's like, you could just play it, America needs their oil, that's true, but America's got the oil, you know what I mean? And like, the idea is like, I guess that Israel is what's going to keep them getting the oil, because Israel's like got a big power over there or something. But like, the real reason is that Israel has really secured the bag with all of the politicians. They're up to date on all of their foreign, like, their foreign policy, their foreign espionage is just so refined. It's so like ingrained. It's really impressive, honestly. Obviously it's fucked, but it's like, imagine if America was like trying to pull more of that shit that Israel is trying to pull off. You know what I mean? Get your claws in more goddamn countries, dude.
And like, the most annoying part about it is it's both about religion, something that like America, I mean, it's ingrained in our culture, but like, it's not like in our lives, we're not supposed to incorporate religion.
Yeah,
so
you guys have like
funding them
for
this when it's all just based on fucking religion.
Ba-da-ding! We got our diamonds. Nice. Round of applause. We got a stack. Yeah. And I think we're early too. Yep. So what are we gonna do with this stack of diamonds? We're gonna leave it in the ender chest and do nothing. That's what's happening. Beautiful. We accomplished our goal. So now what I want to do is set up the stone, gravel, and cobblestone farm. Yeah. And it's true. It isn't a religious like persecution like thing. It's such an odd, so odd. Woo, big 64. Yeah, I don't know. The thing is, politics, like argument or whatever, is stupid. But the thing is that it does matter. Politics does affect your life, but it's like Also, it doesn't. It also doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But what actually, the way that it works, I think, is that it doesn't matter when it's like you shouldn't think about it. Not that it doesn't matter. Maybe when you vote, you should think about it a little bit, but you don't need to think about it too hard. But you should vote. I think you should still vote because it does kind of affect. But not voting, I think, is like I don't vote because they don't represent me. It's like shut the fuck up, just vote, just do it. It's not that hard.
My vote doesn't make a difference. My vote is fucking a red state.
It's like it does.
It's retarded. You should still vote.
You should still vote. You have the right to vote. People died for you to have the right to vote. Are you really gonna be that fucking like it's honestly just selfish. It's like fucking vote. You got. It's not hard. You're lazy. That's a big one. It's not even hard to vote. You should. It's America's about freedoms. Go fucking exercise your freedoms. God damn it. Yeah, but the other thing, okay, let's about that political stuff is local. What matters way more, which nobody ever pays any attention to, is your local government. Is what's happening locally around you. What's happening, like what is the guy what's your mayor doing? What is your what's your district representative saying he's going to do? You want to vote for those people, learn about those people because they matter. They will when they make a decision about like the cost of parking or how much available parking space is going to be in your whatever fucking town, city, that's going to affect you when you go there to go try and park. You're going to get a real immediate effect on whatever they say. That's what matters. That's the real stuff that matters.
Yeah, for my local government, I always just vote for whoever's like prior police or military. I figure they probably have like the most like common mind there. I don't know.
So like people like them. The idea.
I mean, they don't win, but like, it is what it is.
Yeah, but that's the actual thing that matters. You know what I mean? Like that's like people debate about Kamala Harris, whatever. But what the old people around the table should be thinking about is your local election. That's literally the most important thing out of any kind of governing, whatever the hell, is your local election. Go learn about it. I never do. I'm a hypocrite. I'm a piece of shit. But it's important, man. That actually will affect your life. And everyone else's life. Yeah. Makes me almost care. Almost just now that what I just said, I was like almost like I should actually go read about something.
I mean, I'm moving next month. I gotta like.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But that is valuable though. It's definitely worth considering at least.
Yeah.
But yeah. Back to building this Minecraft road. That's our project now.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
You got like a lot of pigs.
Yeah, we got 4 pig spawners.
Oh.
And they've been pumping out pigs as long as people are at the base,
Nice.
Alright. As much as I want to work on this right here, I think I feel the compulsion to build this a little bit bigger. So this is the town square, but it's kind of floating in midair, which is fine. I actually don't mind it that it's floating in midair. But what I would like to do is get this right here. This shit. How do I want it to be like? Maybe if I flatten it out, I don't know, because it's a very like obnoxious square that's just kind of floating. I don't know. Maybe I'll make this side right here. I'll beautify it. I'll make it pretty. How do we do that? What I was thinking is I'm gonna make a nice fancy like. Is this near spawn? Yeah, it's like about 1,000 blocks from spawn. It's the new walled city. These are the coordinates. Yeah, it's a little over 1,000 blocks. It's not. It's like a 5-minute walk. I feel like maybe less. You might die on the way here, but it's just enough that it's not spawn. The spawn wall is actually right there if you look. Yeah, actually, I'm not gonna do shit with this. I've decided not to. I think it'll fill out as people decide to build houses around it, and like it'll It'll level off. Yeah, look at this. We got a giant, like, somebody, I think it was JXP, made this giant glass pyramid over top, which is so hype. This is so awesome. Yeah, and this is the spawn lava wall that someone presumably that they have same people built the sky thing. Wiped that, which is fucking sick. Like, look at this. Holy crap. Holy hell. Oh my gosh. That's wild. Yeah, so I wanted to, let's, like, you know what, we're gonna map out with cobblestone where I want the wall to be for this. So this is gonna go like here. Not wall, sorry, this is gonna be the connections. So this is connection 1. Town square is going to map out to everyone else. The glass pyramid, how long did it take them to gather up the sand and smelt it? Oh, they duped it. They got a dupe. So, not at, like, resource acquisition wise, not that impressive, but, like, still, yeah, they had to build it. Looks pretty sick. So I want to have one go out here. Sorry?
When will the Bass Pro Shop be finished?
Might even be done now. I think I think it's just missing a giant B and a P. You know what? You could do that. You could turn this into the Bass Pro Shop. Hell yeah. I would support the bassing of the pro.
Nice.
They destroyed the drive to McDonald's, but McDonald's was fine. It survived the grief. Damn, I was almost impressed for a second there, but as I mentioned, I mean, it's still the place at all. What do you think of my children play here? It's the play place, the McDonald's play place. The boats, I don't even know. I put that there. This is the McDonald's. It survived. Circle K is here as well. Circle K.
Nice.
The K is for kill low. Yeah, wow, that's great. We got Angel Tears for $4, and that's BBL Glizzy and BB Small Grumbo. Cubes for $6. Bag of sunflower seeds, $40 bucks. Damn.
That's pricey.
That's the tariffs. 7-Eleven. We got juice, we got milk, we got bug. 7-Eleven's kind of mid in comparison to Circle K. But yeah, you could come work here, your next job. 7-Eleven, Circle K, they're hiring. McDonald's is closed for repairs right now, but they'll be back up soon.
I used to work at McDonald's.
How was that? How was McDonald's in America?
It was all right. I had good coworkers.
That's good. Coworkers make the thing.
They do, especially in fast food jobs.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. 100%.
Res.
Completely unrelated.
Thing, right?
Sorry?
Instead of the Happy Gas,
yeah,
looking at the Minecraft movie.
Ghost of the Goon, femboys, hell yeah. Alright, we got a nice house here. That's a pretty epic penis fort. Yeah, the Happy Gas, my thoughts on the Happy Gas. I thought at first I was like, this is kind of cool. And then I thought it was a thing in the Minecraft movie because they added the rideable things. I hadn't watched the Minecraft movie, so I assumed. And then I was like, well, that's bullshit. They only added that because of the Minecraft movie. And it's possible that they still did because of the riding gas thing. But I like the direction they went with. Baby Gas, Happy Gas, and they like kind of the implied lore is kind of fucked. I kind of like that. That's kind of cool. All right, we're gonna make an outpost here. This is what this will connect to, an outpost. This road. Oh shit. All right, but it'll end at the outpost. And then this splits off down here. next to my gas station here, but it'll also branch off here to this thing here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just mapping it out. After I'm done mapping it out, I'm gonna end the stream. Did I just join the stream? Are you playing with Swagger right now? He sounds like so much like him. Fault Tech. And you know who Swagger Souls is?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, because you are Swagger Souls, right?
Yeah,
I am playing with Swagger. Yeah. Dude, yeah, that was one thing. I was like, you have the craziest voice. I think I've heard on Discord.
Yeah, I really wish I got into casting or something.
Like casting?
Yeah, like esports.
Oh, you could do. You know what you could do? You could probably do voice acting though. I think. Like unironically, like if you just like found one of those like startup, like there's lots of I don't know how the voice casting industry whatever works, but I bet you could
you could do like teacher probably.
Not even that, dude. You could like get into you could just do it online. You know, like with random like those. Any random YouTube series would probably love a voice like yours for some guy, dude. You could play like a crazy like evil lord of darkness or fucking like a chill dude at the gas station. You know? I bet you could do it. I bet you could play a good one. Okay, we're gonna move this. Alright, that'll connect to this. This one will go also branch off over here. I want to branch it off like this. Come down.
It's been fun. I'm gonna go join a friend, play a different game.
Sounds
you have a good stream.
Alrighty, bye-bye. Everybody say goodbye to Swagger Souls.
Peace.
Alrighty, bye-bye.
Peace.
Alright, we'll be ending shortly as well. So here, I think, is where I want the other branching path to go. Yeah, later Swagger. Yeah, we just get guest appearance from so many good YouTubers out there. You know, we just got that. We got that Riz. We got that gamer. Okay, this will go down like this. Here, and then we'll probably transition to here. Go down somehow. Out here, and also here. That was so close. I don't want that chest to explode, so. Alright, damn, bruh. Alright. Go over here. Connect it to there. Connect it to down here. It leads outside. And this goes maybe through here to outside. Here. The fucked up church, which has its own road. All right, I think we've got it. Oof. All right. Ever since Saplo got monetized, he's been collabing with big creators. Hell yeah, it's true. Ever since. I like actually the steps they made for this. Pretty cool. I think that's pretty decent though. I think that's a decent amount. And the mobs. Yeah. So I think we mapped it all out. I'm tired. I think I went on my hopefully not tasteless immigration rant stream. So I don't know. I'm gonna end now on we've completed one task. We've set the groundwork for the road. We got the 64 diamonds I wanted to get. So thank you everyone for watching. I appreciate you coming by. And I'll see everybody another time in another stream. Adios. Good